My name is Brian Gabriel from Vox Guitars and Amplifiers. We're doing a couple of things for you today. Unfortunately, I have some limited time, but I was just playing through what is a modeling amplifier, which is an amazing sounding amp. This is going to be a limited run, so if you guys are familiar with the Vox family, this is a Valvetronix amp, but it's a special edition amplifier. Has 44 models, and it has over 140 presets. But the thing that we're doing with it is we're doing a special edition. It's a Vox Neodog neodymium speaker, so it's very lightweight, as well as it's 150 watts, which is unbelievable. So it's very powerful. Right now I have it on half power because it would probably hurt a little bit if it was on full power. And the essential feature really is that the Valvetronix technology, we've been utilizing a 12AX7 as the power tube traditionally in the Valvetronix series, but with the VTX we are using an EL84 as the power tube, and it really warms up the amplifier and gives a little more definition to the modeling that takes place. Other than that, the top panel pretty much will resemble the Valvetronix series and feature all the great effects that we have in the Vox sound library. So I'll just do a couple of sounds and play a couple of riffs for you, and then I'm going to get into the new Tony Bruno and the Night Train 50 as well. I did forget to mention, the other part that I have hooked up here is it's a VC12 foot controller board. So this is a proprietary footboard for this amplifier. You can use the VF5 for it as well, but it's going to be kind of like a limited run. So it's this footboard and the VTX 150. Basically, I have right now. It's modeling. It's actually modeling an AC30, and I can definitely say the way it feels and the way it projects, it feels like a tube amp, and it's because of the Valvetronix technology. And the neodymium speaker really suits the modeling and the setup very well. So that was my quick overview on the VTX. I'm going to move over to the Tony Bruno amp. So we'll get into that in 1 second. All right, so Tony Bruno, yes, he's a boutique amplifier builder from the East Coast. And we did a little collaborative project with him and came up with the Bruno 35. Then the first question anybody's going to ask, well, what is it? Is it anything like an AC30? No, definitely not. It has nothing to do with it. It's kind of like America meets England. The power section is 4 6v6. So that's the American side of things. So 4 6v6 power section, running at Class A, which kind of makes it the British side, if you will. And like I said, running at 35 watts. This is the first amp Tony built and designed with a PC board. He's a boutique amp builder, so his thing is more hand-wired amplifiers. So PC board. Comes in 2 configurations. It's a 212 or a 112, same wattage. And the top panel will feature a master volume bypass, which is how I'm running it now, as well as a bass boost. And the humor of the designer lends itself to a macho gain boost, which is essentially a tone stack boost. And it's a really sweet sounding amplifier and very musical. So I'm going to do a tune, and I'll kick on the macho maybe at one point and take it from there. one point in the song, like on the pre-chorus, I just kicked on the macho. For the solo, I'm using a saturator, which is also an awesome Vox product, and I just keep the gain down. It gives a nice silky kind of feel to it. But the Bruno really just it just feels right on the hand. So this is just the Bruno without the macho on. And then when you kick on the macho, it just kind of sweetens it up a little bit. So that's the Tony Bruno. I don't know what the map price is going to be in the European country. You can go to the court desk and find that out. But they are going to be available, I think, now. So next product I'm going to do is the Night Train 50. So let me switch it up for you. This amp has a lot of gusto, for sure. So basically we took the Night Train 15, if you're familiar with that, same platform, just gave it some steroids and made it a 50-watt EL34. And this amp is very versatile because channel 1 now has a bypass for the tone stack, whereas on the Night Train 15 it was a switch. The switch is still on there, but now you can do it with your foot as well. So channel 1 has 2 serviceable sounds. Bright sound, remove the tone stack, and then you have your thick. And then we decided to go even further and bring out another preamp tube while switching to the girth mode. And that's when things start to get a little hairy. Cool thing is we also put an effects loop on, and that's a great feature as well. You can run it at, the amp can run at 8 ohms with 2 cabinets, or 16 ohms like I have it now with 1 cabinet. It's sitting on top of a Baltic Birch 212 open back cab. And it's a Celestian G12H30 anniversary. That was probably pretty quick. So a little recap: 50-watt EL34, 3 serviceable sounds in 1 amplifier. Hopefully, I can convey that for you. So I'm going to do a song. Maybe start the verse in one setting, then I'll start in the bright. I'll go to the thick, and then for the solo, the gratuitous guitar solo, I will put on the girth channel. So just want to make sure my level's all right. Just can't believe how much this amp projects. And this is just the bright channel. And then when I remove the tone stack, the amp opens up so much. But we're gonna check it out. Good Lord, I'm in trouble again. That's going to wrap up our Vox demo for this portion. So just a little review. That was a Night Train 50. I have to say, this thing really pegs the room pretty good. Excellent sounding amp. I hope you enjoyed the demo.